What does a typical land transfer process look like with the Navigator support?
Well, I would say typical probably just isn't the right word for a variety of reasons. As well mentioned, every process is just as different as the family that is going through it. And additionally, there's 35 cohorts of land transfer navigators across the country, and as I mentioned, we all have different skill sets. So how we engage and when we engage with the farmers differs broadly. But I think it really all starts with that just being able to recognize that you need help and reach out and ask the question. And it might not even be the right question, but reach out for help, and then we can help uncover what the next step might be. So, typical would be, engagement, sit down face to face. That's the common, I guess, maybe not typical, but really but more the common theme across any land transfer navigator process is sitting face to face with someone who can guide you like a navigator, and then taking those next steps and then coming back to the table and revisiting. Was this successful? Do I need to look at a different path? Because there's always, a couple of steps forward and then a step back. It's not a clear defined. I mean, you think about a plan and it's steps. I'm going to check this box. I'm going to check this box. And that's not how land transfer planning goes. You kind of like, you do this and that, and then, oh shoot, now I need to circle back, and then I have to get off on an off ramp here and do this, and then come back on over here. Um, it's complex. It takes a lot of time, and then it's also adaptive. It's not something you just set on the shelf and it sits there. If you have family changes or legal changes or health changes or different things, you have to revisit that plan. It has to be an adaptive plan over time. And it has to be shared with the other stakeholders in it. One person can't manage it. All the stakeholders need to commit to, making sure the adaptation happens. So when the time comes, when you have to execute this, it still speaks to the needs of the families involved in it. Changes haven't occurred that have changed how the whole thing's going to play out.
Mm-hmm. And Will, is there a typical land transfer process? And what does that look like with Navigator support?
Yeah, just like Becky said, that I don't think that there is a typical land transfer process. They're all going to be unique, and I guess, yeah, I don't think I could add anything to what Becky said. She said it so eloquently. So, yeah.
Thank you.